Streaming on clickorlando.com and broadcasting live, you're watching News 6 at noon.
Now at noon, the Palm Bay City Council member censured for controversial comments was in court today. What he's asking a judge to do. Plus, road rage turns deadly in Seminole County after an early morning shooting right in the middle of a neighborhood. But first, we start with breaking news right now at noon. A man is behind bars facing charges in 2 rapes in Marion County. And we want to warn you the details are disturbing. And deputies say there could be more victims. Investigators say the first attack happened May 25th near 109th Avenue in Summerfield. And the second was July 13th near 173rd Street. One victim says it all started with a Facebook message. According to investigators, it was a fake profile being used by Donnie Southall, this man. Investigators say Southall met up with a victim, threatened her with a knife, and then forcibly raped her. Then 2 months later, deputies say Southall approached a victim on a bike and offered money for, quote, a good time. When she refused, that victim says Southall then forced her into a secluded area, strangled her, and raped her. Southall is facing multiple charges, including sexual battery with the use of a deadly weapon. If you believe you are a victim or have any information, you are asked to call the sheriff's office at 352-732-9111. A deadly shooting in Seminole County appears to be the result of road rage. It all happened right in the middle of a neighborhood early this morning on Rutledge Road. That's just east of the Seminole-Wekiva Trail. News 6's Stephanie Rodriguez was there as investigators tried to piece together what happened.
A suspected road rage shooting turns deadly. I'm Stephanie Rodriguez reporting from Seminole County. Detectives tell us 2 people were driving and got into an altercation. Now both of these people were armed. The suspected shooter fired shots into the other driver's car, causing it to crash. Now the driver that was wounded died here at the scene. Now the shooter, detectives tell us, did stay on scene and was detained for questioning. We're told this is an isolated incident and there is no danger to the public. There also seems to be some kind of pillar that was hit and there's tire marks going from one yard to the other. We're working still to get the details in this case and what led up to this suspected road rage shooting. We do not know the name of the person who died or of that suspected shooter.
I spoke with neighbors here in the neighborhood who tell me this was very shocking to wake up to and very unusual for their area.
Oh, this is crazy. I've lived in this neighborhood 43 years and never seen anything like this. It's a quiet neighborhood and I don't know, never have any trouble. And you wonder, come speeding through here and shooting guns and stuff. No. This doesn't happen in our neighborhood.
This is an active and ongoing investigation. Once we have more details, we'll bring it to you live on air and at clickorlando.com. Reporting in Seminole County, Stephanie Rodriguez, News 6.
Here is a live look now at the Turnpike. This is just south of Osceola Parkway. Southbound lanes are still closed. You can see that picture a little pixelated there, but you can tell that traffic is not moving. Southbound lanes still closed as crews work to clean up a deadly crash that tied up traffic for hours during the morning rush. Here's some cell phone video showing a semi engulfed in flames. This was around 4 this morning. Investigators say 3 semi-trucks were involved in this crash. One failed to stop for slowing traffic and caused a chain reaction crash. The driver of the semi that didn't stop died. Another driver was taken to the hospital with serious injuries. We are waiting for more information and we'll bring you those updates on air and online at clickorlando.com. The man convicted of murdering his girlfriend and then dismembering and burning her remains will learn today how long he'll spend behind bars. Daniel Stearns was found guilty of second-degree murder in October. Prosecutors say he killed 44-year-old Nancy Howry when she wouldn't date him exclusively after they met online. Her remains were found back in 2023 in the area of Palm Bay known as the Compound. Stearns is facing life in prison. His sentencing starts at 3. And in Orange County, Florida's longest-serving death row inmate Tommy Ziegler is back in court pushing for a new trial. A judge is reviewing new DNA evidence. Ziegler was convicted nearly 50 years ago in a quadruple murder in his family's Winter Garden furniture store. He says he's innocent. The hearing is expected to continue for another couple of days. Safety concerns over e-bikes are pushing Orange County leaders into action. Commissioners are talking about putting possible safeguards into place. They're looking at the possibility of a countywide ordinance for things like new signage, raised sidewalks, and as Commissioner Nicole Wilson called it, enforceable action. Our traffic safety expert, Trooper Steve, says some rules are already in place.
As an e-bike rider, you should be in that bicycle lane. We have to remember a sidewalk at the end of the day is designed for a pedestrian.
Leaders say it is the first of many discussions, and they'll meet back in the spring to discuss this some more. In just the last 90 minutes, the city of Orlando broke ground on a brand new fire station in the Lake Nona area. These are renderings of what it is expected to look like. It is the first new station in nearly 2 decades. As News 6's Angie Casada shows us, officials say this station will improve response times.
Yeah, this is a big deal for people who live here and drive through this community every day. This is actually the home location for Station 18. It's going to be the first new fire station since 2008, a much needed addition for a community that's been feeling the impact of traffic gridlock on Narcoossee Road. Now take a look. These are the renderings released by the city. The future Station 18 features a modern design, advanced technology, and even acoustic separation between living quarters and the response areas, allowing firefighters to rest despite heavy call volumes. But for the people who live in Lake Nona, what really matters is where the station is going. It'll have direct access to Narcoossee Road, an area that we've reported on for months because of constant traffic backups. Drivers have called it a, quote, nightmare, and planning experts say that the congestion is already beyond what this road was built for.
We're always concerned with our response, making sure that we're available and quick to respond. So that's always in the back of our mind. And as the city grows and the fire department needs to grow, when you're building a fire station, you got one shot at it. You got to put it in the right place for the community, and you have to have the vision for what that community is going to look like 10, 15, 20, even 30 years down the road.
City leaders say that improved access will boost coverage for Lake Nona and several surrounding neighborhoods, areas that have seen rapid growth. And city officials say this is just the beginning. Station 18 kicks off a multi-year expansion plan that includes 4 new fire stations and renovations to others, most of them right here in Southeast Orlando, where thousands of new homes have gone up in just a few years. We even have some construction happening right next door to the future site of Station 18. Reporting in Lake Nona, I'm Angie Casada, News 6.
The fight over comments made by a Palm Bay councilman about Indian immigrants continued today. Chandler Langevin speaking to a judge, trying to get the censure imposed by his fellow council members lifted. News 6's Mark Lehman was there and tells us what was said in court.
In court today, the judge seemed to offer a mixed reaction in response to the actions Palm Bay took against Councilman Chandler Langevin. He sees no issue with the censure itself, but has free speech concerns on further punishment. We caught up with Langevin's attorney here outside the courthouse.
We're just very happy with where we're going and feel very good about the rest of the case.
Anthony Sabatini said he was encouraged by the judge's response to his motion for a preliminary injunction. He's calling for a halt to the Palm Bay Council's punishment against fellow Councilman Chandler Langevin in October.
Just let people speak. Let people say what they want to say.
Langevin filed a lawsuit against the city. He was censored after controversial comments against Indian immigrants. He since apologized for the tone of his remarks. On top of the censure, Langevin is prevented from adding items to the agenda and providing council reports, which Sabatini says violates his First Amendment rights.
You can have controversial views. You can have a view that no one likes or everyone likes. It doesn't matter. But you have the right to express that.
On Wednesday, the judge expressed concerns that Langevin is forced to have a consensus from the council to add agenda items. The city attorney said the action was a response to Langevin saying he would be disruptive if censored. Sabatini says it's not a valid argument and believes the judge will rule in his client's favor.
You're not allowed to punish someone because you think that they might do something wrong.
Palm Bay's next commission meeting is tomorrow night, and the judge said he doesn't anticipate a ruling on the motion for a preliminary injunction before then. We'll keep you updated. Meanwhile, the trial for Langevin against the city of Palm Bay has been set for January 21st. In Orlando, Mark Lehman, News 6.
Port Canaveral is not just a popular cruise port, it is now the busiest in the world.
Achieved an incredible milestone, and I think I just want to say thank you to all of our employees who made it happen.
Coming up, how the port reached that milestone. And the new area opening in Daytona Beach, giving dogs another place they can go to enjoy the great outdoors. Candace.
And right now it's a really nice day to enjoy the outdoors, as right now we are still in those low 70s, still about 75 degrees in Titusville, still in the upper 60s across our northwestern counties. We'll have more details on the warming trend ahead and a look at a better chance for rain by the weekend coming up after the break.
Here is a live look from our camera in downtown Mount Dora, looking gorgeous. There's the Nutcracker already up there. You're watching News 6 at noon. We'll be right back.
Introducing the new $25 million Gold Rush Multiplier Scratch-Off from the Florida Lottery.
The most visited cruise ship terminal in all of the world. I'm your community correspondent, Troy Campbell, and we are in Port Canaveral because they announced on Tuesday that they see more cruise ship passengers than anywhere, including down south in Port Miami. Take a look.
And I think it's very important that we don't try to highlight one over another in any specific way. I think it's great for the state of Florida. It's great for our tourism. It's great for our hotels, our tax base. It's just a good thing overall for everybody.
Port Canaveral CEO Captain John Murray announcing on Tuesday that Port Canaveral saw 8.6 million passengers in 2025. He says that's a 13% increase in passenger traffic from 2024. Captain Murray says Port Canaveral is now home to 18 ships and handled more than 6 million tons of cargo.
I think it's a testament to all of the dedicated employees and all the hard work that everybody does at Port Canaveral to make us a success.
Because of the growth, Captain Murray adds they're currently planning for a 7th cruise ship terminal, but adds that will take several years until completion.
Obviously, a lot of what we're doing is costing more money, but it's improving the overall guest experience, and that's what we're all about, is to have a very high guest satisfaction rating because that brings more business.
The growth comes as SpaceX drone ships are expected to also increase their traffic in the port. The Jacqueline docks next to cruise ships. It just carried out its first rocket landing last month.
So the rocket launches are great. All the ships coming and going are great. All these restaurants over here are amazing.
That's our goal, is to make transiting through the port as seamless and not memorable, just like it happened. And wow, that was great. I'm on the ship and I'm on my vacations.
And port officials also say there are plans to construct more parking garages adding they estimate about 75% of all cruise ship passengers drive here to the port. In Port Canaveral, Troy Campbell, News 6.
Time now, 12:15. Chief Meteorologist Candace Campos here, and that's why it's so great to live in Central Florida. Here it is, December, talking about a great forecast, at least for the next few days. Candace.
Temperatures are in the 70s, the sun is shining, there's a nice north breeze, and then we're going to get back into those 80s. So for those who think that the 70s is still a little too cool, or at least you're maybe visiting and you want it a little warmer, we've got you covered as well. So for the next couple of days, today, tomorrow, we're going to stay in the 70s. We're staying in the mid 70s both today and for your Thursday, but we are going to start warming things up. We'll start feeling a little more of that moisture and that tropical humidity creeping back in, all ahead of another kind of system. It's going to be a front trailing in behind another front, and that's just going to keep things pretty soggy, especially come Sunday more than Saturday. But that's something we'll be watching very closely. Now, once the systems move out, we will see an even bigger drop in temperatures by early next week. So a little bit of a kind of a kiddie roller coaster over the next couple of days. Right now, temperatures out the door, we are still in those upper 60s right now in areas across Ocala, the Villages, Palm Coast, DeLand, Leesburg. Right now in and around the I-4 corridor and to the east, we are all right now in the 70s, mid to low 70s, which compared to 24 hours ago when we were here at News 6 at noon, we are right now between 9 and upwards of 14 degrees colder this morning or this afternoon than we were yesterday. So that cooling trend is still going to stick around throughout the rest of the day, but then we are going to start warming things up by the end of the week. Now let's check on that hour-by-hour forecast for your Wednesday.
Sponsored by Strata Air Conditioning and Heating. AC emergency, you ought to call Strata.
So your highs this afternoon up to about 75 degrees, mostly clear skies, a nice north breeze, just a really comfortable afternoon. Then later on tonight, this morning it wasn't very chilly. Tomorrow it will be noticeably colder, especially across our northwestern areas. 47 will be our wake-up temperature in Ocala. We'll be down to 52 in Sanford, 61 up and down the Space Coast. Now, I promised you early this morning that the sunshine would return, and certainly has done so already. But then as we head into the evening tonight, the skies will clear, allowing for those colder temperatures. We're going to stay mostly dry throughout your Thursday. We're going to add a little more cloud cover, maybe even a little bit of rain in the forecast by late Friday and into Saturday. So here's kind of our 1-2 punch as we head into the weekend. Anytime we have systems coming in straight out of the Gulf, they naturally just have more moisture packed in with them, and that's exactly what will start to move in. This is Friday at 3 o'clock. You can see not a whole lot of rain maybe on the northern side of things, but then as we head into Saturday, again, a couple scattered showers here and there. I do see most of the rain staying up to the north, but then notice what happens on Sunday. We have a lot more orange and yellows pretty much coated across the Sunshine State. And it's really not until about Monday afternoon where we will start to clear things out, and that's when temperatures are going to be dropping. So until now, rain chances have kind of fluctuated between about a 40 to 50%. Latest model runs have picked up the rain chances a little bit, especially on Sunday, where the chance of rain upwards about 50 to 60%. We, of course, will continue to watch and monitor the latest trends. But once that front clears, Julie, notice that big old drop in temperatures will be our highs will be staying in the 60s come Monday and Tuesday.
Candace, thank you. A new chance for dogs to enjoy the great outdoors, and pet parents couldn't be happier.
Coming to a different environment is super helpful because we've got all the distractions around.
Coming up, where dogs in Volusia County are going to have a chance to play in a big sandbox. And coming up tonight on News 6, Floridians struggling to find an attorney. Nearly half living here don't have the money.
It's a shame to be one legal issue away from poverty.
We hear from the attorney helping those who can't afford legal help. That's coming up on News 6 tonight. Here's a live look for you from our downtown Orlando camera. Our Light Orlando Delivering Hope Together camera showing a whole lot of blue skies. Skies clear. You're watching News 6 at noon. We'll be right back. Dogs are headed to the beach in Volusia County. Today, leaders are hosting a ribbon cutting on the newest dog-friendly area in Daytona Beach. It officially opened to the public Monday, and it's a 1.7-mile stretch between the Williams Avenue and Seabreeze Boulevard approaches. Leash dogs will be welcome during daylight hours. Dog owners say it is a welcome addition to the area.
As soon as we open the door, they pull us out the door, and then getting to add the element of the sand just improves the quality of life for them and makes it better to be a pet owner here.
It is the 4th dog-friendly beach location in Volusia County. Today's ribbon cutting is at 4. Check out our all-new primetime lineup on News 6 Plus. Matt and Ginger have a new take on the day's news on News 6 tonight. That's at 9. Then go in-depth as we track the latest weather developments and answer your questions with meteorologist Jonathan Kagas. That's at 9:30. Then you can watch the late news an hour earlier. It is all tonight on News 6 Plus. You can download our streaming app for free. Just search WKMG in your smart TV's app store. It's also available on Roku, Apple TV, and Fire TV. Here is a live look along downtown Orlando. This is our Light Orlando Delivering Hope Together camera. Looking absolutely beautiful. Stay with us. We'll be back in 3 minutes. We are getting results this holiday season for 6,000 kids and seniors right here in Central Florida. We're partnered with BFAR Contracting for the Salvation Army's Angel Tree program. Good news, all of the angels have been adopted. That is thanks to your generous donations. Now, you do only have a few days left to finish your shopping. Those unwrapped gifts must be returned by Friday. And be sure to join us Friday at Lake Eola's or at Lake Eola as Orlando lights its beautiful Christmas tree. Candace, Trooper Steve, and your Orlando community correspondent Mike Valenti are all going to be there. The celebration gets underway at 5 o'clock. And this is, you guys have really been giving us some teases. There's some great wardrobe things happening.
From
the
what
weather's
I hear,
going to be nice.
What I hear, I mean, listen, when Trooper Steve gets in on it, like it's and there's no stopping him. But you know, the weather, if you're going to come out and enjoy it on Friday, it's going to be nice. It's going to be a little bit on the warmer side compared to last year, but do expect a better shot for rain. So if you have some holiday plans, especially on Sunday, heads up, we could have a bit of a soggy Sunday on tap. Stay tuned. We'll, of course, give you more details as we get closer in.
Sounds good. Thanks, Candace. Sure. And thank you so much for joining us. Our next newscast is at 4. You can always check clickorlando.com for any updates. Have a great day, and we'll see you tomorrow.